Page 60. Reading. Ask the etiquette expert. Matt, Seattle.
I work out at the gym almost every day. Last week, there was this guy who just stood there and talked to me the whole time I was on the treadmill. When I didn't respond to him, he looked really offended. I said, "Sorry, I can't really talk while I'm running." Did I do something wrong?
No. In fact, I think you did the right thing. He shouldn't have talked to you while you were exercising. That was inappropriate. If he does it again, just smile and say you need to concentrate when you're running.
Jessica, Toronto.
I just got a great new ringtone for my phone. This favorite pop song of mine. It's so cool when my phone rings and I hear that song. But the other day, when I was on the phone at a restaurant, people were giving me dirty looks. What did I do wrong?
You may love your ringtone, but others may find it obnoxious. You should have silenced your phone when you got to the restaurant, and you probably should have spoken more quietly. Actually, I wouldn't have answered the phone during dinner at all. It isn't proper etiquette.
Amy, Miami.
My coworker invited me to her wedding, but I couldn't go. Since I didn't go to the wedding, I didn't get her a gift. I thought that was acceptable in this situation, but now my coworker is upset. She says I was thoughtless. Who's right?
It depends. What you're saying is correct if the bride isn't a good friend. However, if you and your coworker are good friends, you probably should have gotten her something.
It was the first day of school, and I was trying to make a really good first impression on my classmates in my school. And I was heading out of class, trying to make it to my next class early, when I was running down the stairs and I slipped on a piece of paper. I tumbled down in front of about 5 students, and they were all laughing at me. And this was my first impression.
My most embarrassing moment definitely was when I was working at a very fancy department store. I was working in men's fragrance, and we had to dress up all in black and look very nice to go to work. And I guess I hadn't eaten that day or something, but I was eating a candy bar on the way while I was driving to work, and I had dropped a piece on my seat and was sitting on it. So I walked into the store, and I was thinking that I just looked fantastic. And my boss looked at me and she goes, "David, did you sit on a candy bar or something?" And I didn't know what she was talking about, and I went into the bathroom, and I looked, and I realized I didn't look so great after all. So that was definitely my most embarrassing moment.
Well, my most embarrassing moment was when I was on vacation a few years ago. My wife and I rented a car, and we were out sightseeing, when all of a sudden the horn on the car got stuck, and it just started going off. It just wouldn't stop. And we're driving down the highway, and people were staring at us and like glaring at us, and there was nothing I could do. I kept pushing on the horn, but nothing would change. It just kept honking. Eventually, I think we pulled off and got a mechanic to fix it, but it was excruciating. It went on for hours and hours, and I was so embarrassed, but there was really nothing I could do.